Welcome to GATE 2025 Solutions. This video is about General Aptitude questions from GATE Computer Science and Information Technology paper, GATE CSIT. This video consists of two parts, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 has General Aptitude questions from forenoon session and Part 2 has General Aptitude questions from afternoon session. Question number 1. This is GATE 1 mark question. Ravi had dash younger brother who taught at dash university. He was widely regarded as dash honorable man. Select the option with the correct sequence of articles to fill in the blanks. Here in this question, we need to find the correct sequence of articles. Let us recall when to use the articles a, and also the. We generally know a is used before noun starting with consonant sounds, whereas an is used before noun starting with vowel sounds. A and an are used when you are referring to a noun for the first time, or when the noun is part of a group of type. The article the is used when you are referring to a specific noun either because it has already been mentioned or you use it when the context makes it clear which noun you mean. The can also be used when the noun is unique. Ravi had the word younger is starting with consonant sound. We need to use a who taught at dash university. Here there is nothing specific about university. So we should not use the. We should use a because university is starting with consonant sound. The word honorable is starting with the vowel sound. Therefore we should use an here. Finally, Ravi had a younger brother who taught at a university. He was widely regarded as an honorable man. Therefore, option A is correct. Question number 2. This is GATE 1 mark question. The CEO's decision to downsize the workforce was considered myopic because it sacrificed long-term stability to accommodate short-term gains. Select the most appropriate option that can replace the word myopic without changing the meaning of the sentence. Let's go through options and recall their meanings. Option A, visionary, which means one who can envision the future or one who is having foresight. Option B, short-sighted, which means lacking imagination or foresight. Option C, progressive, which means forward-thinking or favoring new ideas. Option D, innovative, which means using or showing new methods and ideas. The word myopic means short-sighted, therefore option B is correct. Question number 3, this is GATE 1 mark question. The average marks obtained by a class in an examination were calculated as 30.8. However, while checking the marks entered, the teacher found that the marks of one student were entered incorrectly as 24 instead of 42. After correcting the marks, the average becomes 31.4. How many students does the class have? For this, let us consider number of students equal to n. We know that average is equal to sum of observations by number of observations. From the given data, average is equal to 30.8. Therefore, average marks is equal to sum of marks by number of students. We can rewrite the above equation as sum of observations is equal to average into number of students. Sum of marks is equal to average, that is equal to 30.8 multiplied with number of students. Correct average is equal to sum of marks minus wrong value plus correct value divided by number of students. From the given data, correct average is 31.4. Sum of marks is equal to 30.8 into n minus wrong value, which is 24, plus correct value, which is 42, divided by n. Upon rearranging the terms, we get the value of n as 30. Therefore, option C is correct. Question number 4. This is GATE 1 mark question. Consider the relationships among P, Q, R, S and T. Here some relationships are given and some statements are made based on the given relationships. We need to find which of the statements is correct. To represent the given relationships in a simple way, let us take circle symbol for female and square symbol for male. Let's use single-sided arrow mark for son or daughter, whereas double-sided arrow mark to represent brother or sister. By using these symbols, we can easily figure out which statements are correct. Now let's go through the relationships. It is given P is brother of Q. Let's represent this relationship using our symbols. Since P is brother of Q, we don't know whether Q is male or female. P is brother. So we represent P in square. Next relationship is S is daughter of Q. S is daughter. So let's represent S in circle. Here daughter relationship is given. So we have used single-sided arrow mark. Next relation, T is sister of S. Since T is also sister, we represent T with circle. The relationship between them is sister. Therefore, let's represent with double-sided arrow mark. The final relationship is R is mother of Q. Let's also represent this. Since R is mother, let's represent this in circle. Now let's go through statements and find which statements are correct. Statement 1. R is the grandmother of S. Yes, the statement is correct because R is having a child and the child is having a daughter. Yes. Therefore, R is grandmother of S. Statement 2. P is the uncle of S and T. This statement is also correct. Statement 3. R has only one son. From the chart, Q is child of R, but we don't know whether Q is male or female. Therefore, we can't say the statement is correct. Statement 4. Q has only one daughter. Daughter of Q is S. S is also having sister. So, this statement is also not correct. Statement 1 is correct and also statement 2 is also correct. Therefore, option A is correct. Question number 5. This is get one more question. According to the map shown in the figure, which one of the following statements is correct? Here a map is given. Here in this question, we need to find the statement which is correct. Let's go through options and find which is correct. Option A, the library is located to the northwest of the canteen. Here library is located. Here canteen is located. Library is located west of canteen. Therefore, statement A is wrong. Option B, the hospital is located to the east of the chemistry lab. Hospital is located here, whereas chemistry lab is located here. From the given map, hospital is located north to the chemistry lab. Therefore, option B is also wrong. Option C, the chemistry lab is to the southeast of physics lab. Chemistry lab is located here, whereas physics lab is located here. Yes, this statement is correct. Option D, the classrooms and canteen are next to each other. Classrooms are located here, whereas canteen is located here. They are not located next to each other. Therefore, this statement is also wrong. From the given options, option C is correct. Question number 6. This is get 2 mark question. Here a passage is given. We need to study the passage and find the statements which is true. Pause the video and go through the given paragraph carefully. Let's go through options. Option A. The author of the passage carries a mirror in his pocket to reflect upon things. From the passage, it is given he carries a pocket knife in his. Here the word reflect means to think, but not looking into mirror. Therefore, option A is wrong. Option B. The author of the passage had decided to write a poem on epics. From the passage, it is given the author of the passage had decided to write a poem on the things in his pocket, not on epics. Therefore, option B is wrong. Option C. The pocket knife is described as the infant of the sword. Yes, this is mentioned in the given passage. Therefore, this is correct. Option D. Epics are described as too inconvenient to write. In the passage, it is not mentioned whether the epics are inconvenient or not. It is only given the age of the great epics is past. Therefore, option D is not true. Therefore, option C is correct. Question number 7. This is get 2 mark question. In the diagram, the lines QR and ST are parallel to each other. The shortest distance between these two lines is half the shortest distance between the point P and the line QR. What is the ratio of the area of triangle PST to the area of trapezium SQRT? Let the distance between the lines ST and QR be x. If this is x, the distance between point P and the line QR is 2x. Now, if you observe carefully, the triangle PST and the triangle PQR are similar. Therefore, we can say triangle PST and triangle PQ are similar triangles. From the concept of similar triangles, we can say that the length of QR is equal to 2 times the length of ST. Area of triangle PST is equal to half into base of triangle PST into height of triangle PST, which is equal to half into ST into height x. Area of trapezium SQRT is equal to half into sum of ST and QR multiplied with height, that is x. Cancelling the common terms, we get ST by ST plus QR. We know that QR is equal to 2ST. Therefore, this becomes ST by 3ST, which is equal to 1 by 3. Therefore, option A is correct. Question number 8. This is get 2 mark question. A fair 6 faced dice with the labels labeled 1 to 6 is rolled thrice. What is the probability of rolling 6 exactly once? This question is based on binomial distribution. Let's note the binomial distribution parameters. Here random variables are 1 to 6. Since it is rolled thrice, number of trials is equal to 3. In a dice there are 6 faces, therefore probability of success is 1 by 6 and the probability of failure is 1 minus success, which is equal to 5 by 6. Now let's recall binomial distribution probability formula, which is equal to P of x is equal to ncx p power x q power n minus x. We have already noted the parameters. Let's substitute those parameters in the given formula. In the question it is asked to find the probability of rolling 6 exactly once. Therefore, P of 1 is equal to 3c1 1 by 6 whole power 1 into 5 by 6 whole power 3 minus 1. The formula for combinations is NCR is equal to n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. We get P of 1 is equal to 75 by 216. Therefore, option A is correct. Question number 9. This is get 2 mark question. A square paper shown in figure 1 is folded along with the dotted lines as shown in figures 2 and 3. Then a few cuts are made as shown in figure 4. Which one of the following patterns will be obtained when the paper is unfolded? If we observe the given 4 options carefully, we can easily eliminate the options and find which is correct. If we observe option D, from the given pattern, here the symbol should come square, whereas in option D there are no squares here. Therefore, option D is eliminated. Next, going to option B, so we get square shape here, but it is given diamond shape. Therefore, this is also not correct. Now, if you observe option C, the triangles are inverted here. Therefore, this is also not correct. Option A follows the given pattern. Therefore, option A is correct. Question number 10. This is get 2 marks question. A shop has 4 distinct flavors of ice cream. One can purchase any number of scoops of any flavor. The order in which the scoops are purchased is inconsequential. Here, inconsequential means repetition is allowed. If one wants to purchase 3 scoops of ice cream, in how many ways can one make that purchase? If you recall the formula for combinations when repetition is allowed is n plus r minus 1 CR. From the given data, number of flavors of ice cream n is equal to 4 and number of scoops of ice cream r is equal to 3. Substituting the values of n and r in the formula, we get total number of ways one can purchase, which is equal to 4 plus 3 minus 1 C3, which is equal to 6C3. Recalling the formula of combinations, NCR is equal to n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. We get the value of 6C3 is equal to 20. Therefore, option B is correct. With this, all the general aptitude questions from CSIT paper 4 session has been completed from GATE 2025. Now let's solve general aptitude questions from afternoon session from CSIT GATE 2025. Question number 1. This is GATE 1 mark question. Despite his initial hesitation, Rahman's dash to contribute to the success of the project never wavered. Select the most appropriate option to complete the above sentence. Let's go through options and recall their meanings. The word ambivalence means uncertainty or indecisiveness. The word satisfaction means the state of being gratified. The word resolve means to make a firm decision about something. The word revolve means to orbit around a center point. Here in the question, in spite of his initial hesitation, Rahman has worked hard to contribute to the success. Therefore, he made a firm decision that he should get succeed. Therefore, option C is correct. Question number 2. This is get 1 mark question. Bird is to nest, whereas bee is to dash. Select the correct option to complete the analogy. Option A, kennel, which means a shelter for dogs. Option B, hammock, which means a length of canvas hanging, which is irrelevant to the given question. Option C, hive, which means colony of bees. Option D, lair, which means den of a wild animal. B lives in a hive. Therefore, option C is correct. Question number 3. This is get 1 mark question. If p into e power x is equal to q into e power minus x for all real values of x, which one of the following statements is true? For this question, let's go to option verification. If we substitute P is equal to Q is equal to 1, we can't satisfy the above equation. Therefore, option B is not correct. If we substitute P is equal to 1 and Q is equal to minus 1, then also the given equation is not satisfied. If we substitute P by Q is equal to 0, then the equation becomes undetermined. If we substitute P is equal to Q is equal to 0, then the equation is satisfied. Therefore, option A is correct. Question number 4. This is get 1 mark question. The paper as shown in figure is folded to make a cube where each square corresponds to a particular face of the cube. Which one of the following options correctly represents the cube? Here a figure is given. To identify the correct cube, let's take the opposite sides of the given figure. If you observe the given figure carefully, opposite faces of the cube are these. From the given options, eliminating one by one, we get option A is correct. Question number 5. This is get 1 mark question. Let P1 and P2 denote two arbitrary prime numbers. Which one of the following statements is correct for all values of P1 and P2? Prime numbers has only two divisors, that is 1 and itself. And also product of two prime numbers is not the prime number, because if P1 and P2 are two prime numbers, then product of P1 and P2, which is P1 P2, has at least four divisors, that is 1, P1, P2 and P1 into P2. Therefore, the product of P1 and P2 is not prime number. Therefore, option B is correct. Question number 6. This is get 2 marks question. Based only on the conversation below, identify the logically correct inference. Even if I had known that you were in the hospital, I would not gone there to see you. Ramya told Josephine. From the conversation here, we can understand that Ramya don't know whether Josephine is in hospital or not. And Ramya has mentioned, even if she had known that Josephine is in the hospital, she would not have gone. From this, we can understand that Ramya actually does not know that Josephine is in hospital. Now let's go through options and find which is correct. Option A, Ramya knew that Josephine was in the hospital. No, this is not correct. Ramya did not know that Josephine was in the hospital. Yet this seems to be correct. Option C, Ramya and Josephine were once close friends, but now they are not. From the only given conversation, we can't say whether they are friends or not. Therefore, this is not correct. Option D, Josephine was in the hospital due to an injury to her leg. From the only conversation given above, we can't say whether Josephine was in the hospital due to an injury to her leg or not. Therefore, this is also not correct. The option which is logically correct is option B. Question number 7. This is get 2 marks question. If image and field are coded as FHBNJ and EMFJG respectively, then which one among the given options is the most appropriate code for each? For this, let us take alphabet to number coded values. Now let us take the first word image and find how it is coded. If we take the reverse order of image, we get EGAMI. Now adding +1 to each alphabet, that means here E is coded as 5. If we add +1 to E, we get 6, which is F. Similarly, taking +1 to each alphabet, we get FHBNJ, which is the code as per the given question. Similarly, let us also go through the word field. If we take reverse order, we get DLEIF, and adding +1 to each alphabet, we get EMFJG, which is code for field as per given question. Similarly, let us also find the code for the word beach. Taking reverse order of beach, we get HCAEB. Adding +1 to each alphabet, we get IDBFC. Therefore, option B is correct. Question number 8. This is get 2 marks question. Which one of the following options is correct for the given data in the table? Here some data is given. Iteration I is equal to 0 to 3 and input values, output values are given. Now let's go through options and verify which is correct. Let us take the value of iteration I is equal to 1 and substitute and verify. Here, to take the value of I of 1, we should consider input I from this row and I of 1 from this column. Therefore, the value of I of 1 is -4. Similarly, taking other values and substituting in options one by one, we can know which option is correct. Option A, x of I is equal to x of I minus 1 plus I of I, and y of I is equal to y of I minus 1 multiplied with I of I. If we consider I is equal to 1, then option A becomes x of 1 is equal to x of 0 plus I of 1, and y of 1 is equal to y of 0 into y of 1. Substituting the values, we get x of 1 and y of 1 are verified. Therefore, we can mark option A as correct, but let us also go through other options. Similarly, if we verify other options, we can say that options B, C, D are not satisfied for both x of 1 and y of 1. Therefore, option A is correct. Question number 9. This is get 2 marks question. In the given figure, PQRS is a square of side 2 centimeters and PLMN is a rectangle. The corner L of the rectangle is on the side QR. Side MN of the rectangle passes through the corner S of the square. What is the area of rectangle PLMN? To solve this question, let us take the angle QPL is equal to theta. If this is theta, then angle LPS is equal to 90 minus theta. For the rectangle PLMN, if the angle LPS is 90 minus theta, then the angle SPN will become theta. From triangle PQL, we get cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, which is PQ by PL. Rearranging this, we get PL is equal to 2 by cos theta. Similarly, for triangle PSN, cos theta is equal to Pn by Ps, which is equal to Pn by 2. Rearranging this, we get Pn is equal to 2 into cos theta. Area of rectangle PLMN is the product of length and breadth, which is area of rectangle is equal to PL into Pn. We have obtained the values of PL and Pn. Let's substitute here. After cancelling common terms, we get area of rectangle is equal to 4 cm square. Therefore, option D is correct. Question number 10. This is get 2 marks question. The diagram below shows a river system consisting of 7 segments. It splits the land into 5 zones. We need to connect these zones using the least number of bridges. Out of the following options, which one is correct? Let's go through options and verify which is correct. For option A, bridges on P, Q and T. Let us construct these bridges. If we take the bridges P, Q and T, then we cannot connect to this zone 4. Therefore, option A is not correct. Option B, bridges on P, Q, S and T. Let us construct this. For option B, again zone 4 is not connecting. Therefore, option B is also not correct. Option C, bridges on Q, R and T. Let us construct these bridges. With this, we can connect all the zones. Therefore, we can consider this. Option D, bridges on P, Q, S, U and V. After constructing the bridges given in option D, we can connect all zones. But in the question, it is given that we need to connect these zones using least number of bridges. Therefore, option C is correct. With this, all the general aptitude questions from GATE Computer Science and Information Technology paper, GATE 2025, has been completed. Thank you.